TIFU laughing my banana off at a children's concert. This actually happened 2 days ago, and I'm still reeling from the aftershock. So my kids were playing piano at this Christmas concert for their music school. My ex-wife was there and she was actually meeting my current girlfriend for the first time, so it was kind of stressful for everyone there. At first, everything was going well, everyone was smiling and any conversation in between recitals was polite. Then near the end of the concert I yawned massively as a group of young kids were playing the violin, and my girlfriend found this particularly funny and laughed, silently and just a little bit. But that somehow triggered some reaction in me and I started laughing much more. A cascade effect was taking place. The fact that I was laughing so hard where it was inappropriate made it even more funny. My mom was sitting next to me and whispered to me that I should stop laughing, as she felt scandalized by my behavior. This made it even worse. I was laughing so hard I no control. I felt people giving me dirty looks all over. Then the worst part happened. When you've been laughing so hard you can hardly breathe for an extended time, sometimes air gets pulled in real hard resulting in a grunting sound. I made a very loud one. I'm not sure I can show my face anywhere around anyone who was there again. TL, doctor, I lost control and laughed so loudly probably everyone heard my while children were playing the violin. Now probably hated by everyone who was there. I can picture some dad just zucchini wheezing out of nowhere as some poor kids mumble through Silent Night. Just reading that made me start laughing. I feel your pain. I laugh at the most inopportune moments all the time. Sometimes it works in my favor. My arguments with my husband don't last very long because we always end up laughing, but other times I'm not so lucky. I laughed my way through my wedding vows. I know the feeling. Funny toe. TIFU by accidentally hanging myself in my uniform. So here is a short story for you that happened only an hour ago. I am a volunteer paramedic in my city and I know how to make a fool out of myself. So we are driving with a patient to the hospital, nothing too bad, but enough to make the emergency doctor stay by this poor guy. So everything goes well and we arrive at the hospital. Little side note before I continue, in every car there is a coat hook if you want to remove your jacket when it gets hectic. So let's continue. Opened the side door of the car wanting to get out. Just took a quick look back at the patient plus doctor. Big mistake. I somehow managed to hook in my hood on this coat hook right next to the car door, didn't notice it, took a step out of the car and as I finally realized what happened I was hanging at the side of this Volkswagen T6 partly in the car with my feet hanging out of it / in the air. I was unwillingly strangling myself with a jacket and a coat hook. Some seconds later the emergency doctor noticed my poor situation and rescued me by lifting me back into the car so I could stand again. Now I am sitting in my uniform and a hurting throat in the emergency department and waiting to get checked through because the doctor said I could have taken some damage. P.S. Props to the guy who installed this coat hook, because it didn't break under my 80 kilograms body. TL, doctor, hanged myself with the hood of my uniform and a coat hook in the car. Now sitting in the emergency department. Did the doctor use his finger guns and say, "How's it hanging?" before pulling you up? This is important. Imagine being a patient in the back of an ambulance and looking to the front and seeing the paramedic hanging on the door by his coat. Can't say, I've never been to Canada before. Your account has to be one of Reddit's best. I hope you feel better soon, smiley face, thanks. I don't think it's something too bad and the slight pain will be gone in a few days, knock on wood. No gapes. TIFU by getting caught jacking off in the middle of breakfast. TL, doctor at the bottom. So I was quite banana last night after, believe it or not, survived NNN. Yes, I endured that nut-quenching month and was finally ready to blow the lid off my load, but there was one problem. I had no privacy. I had no in-house options, so it came to either the shed or my car. The shed is dark and cold as car it is. I get in, scroll for the perfect coconut for about 15 minutes or so, ensuring optimal liftoff. Find a homemade one that blew my mind and released a month's worth of dopamine. Cleaned myself, took a hot shower and knocked out. Tomorrow comes, I'm all rested and decide to make breakfast. Mom and dad come out and they sit at the dinner table and we're chatting all cool. I go to the restroom to clean up. I hear a scream mid-pee and rush out to see what happened. The look on their face when they saw me, I knew it wasn't good and it was because of me. My dad shows his phone to me and it's a video from a security camera my dad had recently installed and it showed me spasming in my car. I was mortified. I have no words. TL, doctor, I jacked off in my car after surviving NNN, but little did I know I was being recorded by a security camera my dad had recently installed and wanted to check the first footage during breakfast. Edit, our house is pretty secluded so it's not like there are neighbors that could see. Bro, you don't have a bedroom? We currently are having family over so no room in the house is empty. Hey man, at least they know the camera works. Shower maybe? Those options are so slim my guy. I just felt so bad about it because everyone was using it and there's kids so even if I was clean about it I wouldn't feel right. You passed NNN, but at what cost? Everything. Are people really following this NNN thing? Why? I noticed I never really had long periods of not jacking off and just wanted to see how hard it would be.